Support for the Leadoff on WGLT and WGLT.org comes from the Central Illinois Regional Airport, where Florida beaches are one flight away. Featuring nonstop service on Allegiant Airlines to Tampa, St. Pete, and Orlando Sanford from Bloomington. Close, convenient, CIRA. More at CIRA.com.
Emails show McLean County government falling behind on grant payments, raising questions for the elected auditor. That's one of the things you need to know to start your day. Monday, June 17th. I'm Ryan Denham, and this is WGLT's The Leadoff. Now let's lead off with a public referendum on the fate of McLean County's elected auditor position. WGLT's Eric Stock reports the county's top financial bookkeeper is facing questions about why some payments are being delayed.
The McLean County Board voted unanimously to put a referendum on the November ballot to eliminate the elected auditor position. County officials have said the move would save the county money by eliminating redundancy. In fact, that wording was going to be included in the ballot question until they removed it. An investigation by WGLT reveals deeper concerns some board members have about how current auditor Michelle Anderson is doing her job. McLean County violated multiple contracts with service providers. It didn't meet grant payment deadlines. County Board member Susan Schaefer says the auditor started making payments based on expenses rather than what was in the contracts.
Those contracts have been written that way for many years.
Emails obtained by WGLT showed the auditor suddenly started requesting financial information within the past several months that caused payment delays. The county's former director of behavioral health coordination, Kevin McCall, says one behavioral health nonprofit was severely impacted.
There was a lot of fear that they might have to close their doors.
McCall is talking about the McLean County Center for Human Services. He says they stayed open by paying out of pocket. Michelle Anderson has been the county's auditor for 15 years. She did not respond to a request for comment. McLean County voters were asked 10 years ago whether to eliminate the elected auditor position. They narrowly approved keeping it. 16 Illinois counties still have one. With reporting from Melissa Ellen, I'm Eric Stock.
Here are some other stories we're following in the WGLT newsroom. Governor J.B. Pritzker is touting what's currently the largest capital construction program in state history. The newly revised multi-year plan from IDOT looks to spend more than $41 billion through 2030. And an advisory panel did not have enough state lawmakers show up to take an advisory vote on whether to close the Logan Correctional Center in Lincoln. That comes after a public hearing in front of that panel last week. You can find more on these stories at WGLT.org. It's been 6 years since the WWE visited Bloomington Normal, and longer than that for superstar wrestler Cody Rhodes. The son of wrestling icon Dusty Rhodes is riding high as the reigning undisputed WWE champion. Rhodes left when it became clear that his persona, Stardust, wasn't champion material. By the time he came back in 2022, it was under his own name, an attempt to finish the story by claiming the championship his father never won. WGLT's Lauren Warnicki reports that he'll defend his belt at Grossinger Motors Arena next weekend for an untelevised WWE Super Show.
There's just a lot of bang for your buck on a live event. And I always look at the card and I'm so proud to see multiple world champions, big time, like high profile athletes, just to see that peppered in there makes for a really good show.
So reigning champ, how's the victory lap been so far?
I guess it's been different than I anticipated because the new thing started immediately as the old thing ended. So we finished the story and instantly this new story begins. And I feel like I like to be very prepared, but Nick Khan and Triple H have set this incredible international aggressive outreach all over the world. You know, I'll be in Saudi Arabia, I'll be in Scotland. I was just in Lyon, France. There was no time. And I've tried to find some quiet moments where I just remind myself like, hey, if it ended tomorrow, you did it.
It's different for you because the whole narrative and the goal of finishing the story has been kind of a lifelong, career-long pursuit, you know, stemming back to you really wanting and needing this to also lift up your dad's legacy.
I feel like I was trying so hard, you know, for the longest time, kind of chasing the ghost, when it came to his legacy, his accomplishments, and the promise I'd made about winning the WWE Championship. This was all sincere. It was all real. But immediately, it feels like I almost don't have a word to describe it, but Dusty had a way of bringing up everyone around him. I think that's become kind of the overarching goal. I wanted to be like my dad as a wrestler. I think after WrestleMania, I wanted to be like my dad as a man.
You kind of alluded to the fact that, yeah, this is your personal dream. It's real, but you also don't have complete control over that. Not just with this, the writers and the corporate stuff, but in like, you got injured. You made a choice to leave the WWE. So I would just love to hear more about kind of how we got here. Part chance, part fate, part hard frickin' work.
I remember coming back on Monday Night Raw the night after I returned at WrestleMania, and I quoted, most people think it's from Kung Fu Panda, but it's actually a quote that has also existed previously to Kung Fu Panda. Something along the lines of a man often finds his destiny on the path he takes to avoid it. And that was really where I was at. I did not feel I was coming back to WWE. I thought that it was such a massive risk. I was going to end up being the laughingstock of the business, having come from my own creation and then returned to a place that perhaps didn't value me as much. But it's like every step along the way isn't a step alone. So the thing I noticed about coming back at WrestleMania was, oh man, these fans are into this. They don't care. They're not mad. And then driving that all the way to a situation where one of the most recognizable people on the planet returns in The Rock, and the people say, hold up to The Rock. Know your role to The Rock. And let Cody finish the story. And that's why we spend so much time, particularly at these shows like Bloomington, and what I'll do at the end of the night and staying out there until they literally throw me out of the building. Roman Reigns liked to think it was political. It's not political. It's gratitude.
It's WWE wrestler Cody Rhodes speaking with WGLT's Lauren Warnicki. The WWE Super Show is Saturday at Grossinger Motors Arena.
Support for arts and culture coverage on WGLT comes from PNC Financial Services. PNC is committed to supporting local arts and culture events in the communities they serve.
And before we let you go, the Normal Town Council meets tonight at 7 at City Hall. On the agenda is hiring a firm to do some design work for a sculpture park master plan. And that's it for today. I'm Ryan Denham. You can subscribe to the Leadoff on the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.